Hey everyone, let's look at legs up the wall, viparita karani. So keeping in mind that legs up the wall really is a postural expression where the ankles are higher than the heart and the head is lower than the heart or in line with the heart. So most of our common expressions of legs up the wall with the legs straight up the wall are what I would consider to be a little more extreme expressions of the pose in our spectrum of places to do legs up the wall. So let's look at a restorative way that requires less propping, less strain on the low back, less pulling on the hamstrings, and less incident of hyperextension in the kneecaps. So Tracy is already lying on the floor and she has a blanket under her head. All I did was I brought in a bolster and put it under the knee joint out to the ankles. Now what I'm going to address in this pose is the binding of the legs again and also support under the feet. So even here, it is possible for the legs to begin to roll out. So you'll get this external rotation over time just based on where the quadricep muscles are attached in the leg bone. This is what will naturally happen, but this could create a lot of tension in the piriformis, SI joint, and the sciatic nerve. So we're bringing the feet in towards each other and knees towards each other. And I'm going to use a blanket again. So I'm just going to gather up a little bit and drape it from her ankle past the thigh, and then I'm folding it over. Now, if you have a smaller blanket, even a smaller lap blanket or a beach towel is ideal for this type of propping. And then from here, I just pull up to have her bend her knees a little bit, and I'm wedging the blanket just under the thigh and very gently all the way down to the ankles, and then relax. Does that feel secure? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, good. So after a while, this can get warm. So I usually recommend that you maybe, if you're going to do a lot of binding, keep the room just a little cooler since all of these blanket binds can raise core temperature. So for her hands, she can do hands down, she can do hands up, or she can even do, if the shoulder permits, cactus arms with the pose. Now I can see here that there's a little bit of a lift or strain in her wrist. So I'm bringing in a pillow. And we're creating a small ramp for the arm. So anytime we are ramping the arms from this plane of motion, we want the wrist a little higher than the elbow. That's almost the equivalent of legs up the wall for the upper body. How's it feel? Good. Does it feel okay? All right. That's it, everyone.